We humans operate on a 24-hour clock, and most of us are designed to work during the day. However, 1 in 5 of us work better late in the evening and naturally sleep a bit later into the morning, and 10% of us work best from about 5 in the morning and need to go to bed earlier than most. Regardless of our chronotype, we all work best with 7 to 9 hours sleep and a consistent routine, going to bed and getting up at the same time every day. And in an ideal world, for health reasons, this is how it would be. But unfortunately, this is not how our world works, and most shift workers struggle with this more than anyone, especially those with irregular shift patterns. The fact is that most shift workers are working against their natural body clock. You may be working when your body is primed for sleep. This never changes. You might get used to working like this, but your body clock does not change. The secret to being a healthy shift worker is to understand how your body clock works and making an extra effort to support your mind and body through the more challenging parts so that your health is not affected. Our body clock is regulated by photoreceptors in our eyes, which are governed by light. Natural light has by far the biggest effect, but indoor light can have an impact too. Light blocks our sleep hormones and primes our wakefulness. So this is why many of us struggle to sleep during the day, even when we're really tired. To put this into practice, if you're going home to sleep in daylight, limit your exposure to light as much as possible. Wear sunglasses or a peaked hat as long as it doesn't make you drowsy or compromise your safety. After sleeping, if you're working late again and if it's still light, go outdoors, ideally for at least 15 minutes. Getting that light in the afternoon will help you to feel more alert and better able to manage your late shift. Also, being exposed to bright light during your night shift helps with wakefulness. It's not as effective as daylight, but can improve alertness. On days when you're not working and going to bed at a normal time in the evening, avoid outdoor light or any bright lights in the few hours before bed. This will help you sleep better. Working against your body clock can put a significant strain on your body, and more so as we get older. When we get very tired, we use our stress hormone called cortisol to help us push through that tiredness. Cortisol can have an inflammatory effect on us, and this is one reason why shift workers are at a higher risk of illness. To fight tiredness, we may also depend on energy drinks, copious amounts of coffee, or sugary foods. But doing this frequently further increases our risk for fatigue and illness. What and when we eat and drink also matters to our body clock. We're primed to digest and metabolize food earlier in the day. Later in the day, this system is less efficient. One of the reasons why so many shift workers suffer with irritable bowel or digestive issues is because they eat the wrong foods by night. We need to eat high-protein foods that are easily digested when we're working a late or a very early shift. And you may find that having your main meal of the day before going on an evening shift or a night shift works better for you than during the night. We're more likely to store fat by eating at night rather than during the day. So that's another reason why you might like to eat less by night. The most important thing is that you're eating plenty of foods that support energy, sleep, mood, and good health. And we will share lots more on that in this course. Finally, we recommend that you get yourself checked twice a year to be sure that your blood pressure, your blood sugar, and other vital signs are in normal range. Know your numbers. You are at higher risk when you're working shift work, but you can compensate for this and have great health. But you need to make your best effort to do what's in this course. You owe it to yourself and your loved ones. This week, see how light might be affecting you and your sleep, and how you can use the information in this video to your advantage. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.